In today's video, I'll show you how you can add a keyframe in Premiere Pro and where you can add them. So first is that we have something simple right here. So let's click here on our video and go into Effect Controls. And in here, you'd be able to see this keyframe icons right here, the stopwatch icon. So that would toggle animation for keyframes. So click on that. And then you'd now be able to see these keyframes right here. So this is the keyframe icon or symbol. So this means that there is a keyframe at this time of the video, and then when you move it right here, your playhead, you could also add a keyframe right here by changing a value. And then from here, you could click here if you would want to duplicate the latest keyframe. And then you could also use these arrows to navigate each keyframe so that you won't have to manually aim your playhead at those keyframes, especially when they are so small or you're having a hard time with your small screen. And next is that you could also keyframe your audio. So what you need to do is basically just press P on your keyboard. And from here, you would now have the pen tool. And in here, you can click on the audio line right here. So by default, it is the audio level or the audio volume. And you would now have this keyframe. And then from here, you could go double click, so that you'd now have two keyframes, and then you could now press on V on your keyboard to go for this move tool or selection tool, and then you can now edit the keyframe right here for the volume level. So this is how you can do it, and you can also make it smoother if you'd want by adding more distance between these two keyframes, just like that. So yeah, those are the basic ways on how you could do that. And lastly is that I'm going to show you that you could also add this with the effect that you will be adding into your video. Like for example, I'm going to add lumetri color. And I'm going to add it here into this clip or here in the effect controls and that clip. And from here, I can go into the exposure right here. I'm going to keyframe it from the beginning. Let's say I want to go dark, and then after this amount of time, I would want it back. So I'm going to click here on the reset parameter to reset the value. And now I would have this effect using keyframes. So that's it on how you can add keyframes in Premiere Pro. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.